Rod Stewart, a name that is synonymous with timeless music and unforgettable charisma, has etched his place as one of the greatest musicians in history. But as much as his career shines brightly with hits like Maggie May, Do You Think I'm Sexy? And Sailing, it also reflects a life shaped by contradictions, struggles, and sacrifices. With a distinctive rasp in his voice and an undeniable presence, Stewart is much more than a singer. He is a cultural icon, a man whose fame and personal life intertwined to form a complex narrative. Through massive achievements, heartfelt ballads, and unyielding dedication to his craft, Rod Stewart has built a legacy that will endure for generations to come. But, as with many legends, his story is far more intricate than what the spotlight reveals. Early life. Humble beginnings in North London. Rod Stewart's life story began on January 10, 1945, in North London, where he was born as Roderick David Stewart, the youngest of 5 children in a working-class family. His father, Robert Joseph Stewart, was a Scottish master builder who had settled in the city, while his mother, Elsie Rebecca Gilbert, was an Englishwoman from Upper Holloway. Growing up during World War II, Stewart's early years were marked by a sense of modesty and simplicity. The Stewart family lived above their father's newsagent shop on Archway Road, which provided young Rod with a humble, grounded childhood, far removed from the glitzy world that he would one day inhabit. As the youngest child, Rod was a cherished member of the family, and despite their modest financial means, his home was filled with love and warmth. The family's modest background did not detract from the quality of the Stewart children's upbringing, and Rod often recalls these early years fondly. He was not born into wealth or privilege, but instead into a working-class family that valued resilience, hard work, and creativity. It was in this environment that Rod's artistic and musical sensibilities began to take root, albeit quietly. While his school reports were not indicative of the brilliance he would later show in music, his childhood interests were wide-ranging, from model railways to football. However, it was his passion for football that truly consumed his teenage years. The football dream, a glimpse of another path. Before becoming one of the most famous rock stars in history, Rod Stewart had aspirations of becoming a professional footballer. His love for the sport was deeply ingrained in him. Not only was he an ardent supporter of Arsenal Football Club, but he was also an exceptionally talented player, particularly excelling as a center-back for the Middlesex schoolboys team. He had the skills, the drive, and the talent to make it in football. But his fate would take a turn when his football career did not materialize. In 1960, Stewart attended trials with Brentford FC, but the club ultimately did not offer him a contract. This setback would become the pivotal moment that steered Stewart toward his true calling: music. Reflecting on this turning point in his life, Stewart humorously admitted that he chose music over football because it offered a lifestyle filled with late nights, freedom, and the chance to indulge in the rock and roll spirit that he was quickly becoming enamored with. Though his football dreams had been dashed, the world of music presented a whole new horizon, one that Stewart was eager to embrace. The musical awakening. From football to the stage, Rod's early musical influences were varied and significant, shaped by the eclectic tastes of his family and the cultural atmosphere of post-war Britain. His family had a particular fondness for Al Jolson's songs, and his childhood home often reverberated with the sounds of this early jazz legend. But Rod's true musical awakening came with the rise of rock and roll, particularly through the electrifying performances of Little Richard and Bill Haley and his Comets. These musical icons would set the stage for the young Stewart's deep connection to the genre. At the age of 15, Stewart picked up his first guitar, marking the beginning of his journey into music. His musical exploration soon led him to join a skiffle group called the Cool Cats, where he began to refine his skills and experiment with sounds. However, despite this burgeoning interest in music, Stewart still harbored dreams of becoming a professional footballer. His passion for the sport remained strong, even as he started to delve deeper into the world of music. But after the disappointment of the failed football trials, Rod's focus shifted more decisively toward music, and his future as a rock legend began to take shape. Early struggles and musical beginnings. As Stewart moved away from his football ambitions, he dived headfirst into the music scene. In the early 1960s, he worked various odd jobs, such as delivering newspapers, working at his family's shop, and laboring at Highgate Cemetery and a funeral home, while honing his craft as a musician. His journey into music was marked by experimentation and a strong desire to find his voice. His first serious musical venture came in 1961 when he auditioned for the legendary British producer Joe Meek. Though this audition was unsuccessful, it didn't deter Stewart, who was increasingly drawn to folk music and the beatnik lifestyle that permeated the era. Stewart spent time living on a houseboat while immersed in the folk music of artists like Ewan MacColl, Woody Guthrie, and Bob Dylan. This period marked his first true exposure to political activism, particularly the campaign for nuclear disarmament, where Stewart participated in protests and marches. During this time, Stewart also experienced personal heartache. His relationship with art student Susanna Boffey ended when she became pregnant, and the child was later given up for adoption, a deeply emotional chapter in Stewart's early life. Around this time, Stewart found himself busking on the streets of Paris and Barcelona with fellow folk singer Whiz Jones, further honing his musical style. Despite his burgeoning success as a busker, Stewart found himself deported from Spain for vagrancy in 1963, an experience that could have shattered many, but for Stewart, it was simply part of the artistic journey he was on. The rise of Rod Stewart, joining the rhythm and blues scene. The year 1963 also marked the beginning of Stewart's entry into the rhythm and blues (R&B) scene, a genre that would profoundly influence his musical identity. He joined the R&B group The Dimensions as a harmonica player and part-time vocalist, learning more about the intricate rhythms and emotional depth of R&B. Although his time with The Dimensions was brief, it introduced Stewart to London's vibrant R&B scene and solidified his desire to create music that was true to his soul. Stewart's next big break came in 1964 when he met Long John Baldry, a prominent figure in London's R&B community. Baldry was immediately struck by Stewart's musical talent and distinctive voice and invited him to join his band. This connection proved to be a critical moment in Stewart's career, as it introduced him to the professional music world and opened doors that had previously seemed closed. Stewart's distinctive fashion sense, including his signature spiky hair, made him an unmistakable figure in London's music scene, and he quickly became known as Rod the Mad, joining the Jeff Beck Group and the solo career. In 1967, Stewart's journey took a significant leap when he joined the Jeff Beck Group, one of the most celebrated bands of the era. This collaboration allowed Stewart to refine his musical style and showcase his distinctive voice in albums like Truth and Beck Ola. Despite internal conflicts and lineup changes, Stewart's tenure with the Jeff Beck Group helped establish him as a rising star. However, by 1969, Stewart's desire to pursue his solo career led him to leave the group. This move, while risky, proved to be a defining moment in his life, as it allowed him to embark on a path that would eventually lead him to international stardom. In 1970, Stewart signed with Mercury Records, and his debut album, An Old Raincoat Won't Ever Let You Down, laid the foundation for his unique blend of folk, rock, and blues. His next major step came with the formation of Faces, a band that would provide the perfect platform for Stewart to experiment with different styles and cement his place in rock history. Breaking through, the rise of Rod Stewart as a solo artist. The 1970s marked the peak of Stewart's career. His debut solo album failed to achieve commercial success, but his second album, Every Picture Tells a Story, became a monumental success, thanks in part to the iconic hit Maggie May. Stewart's ability to blend rock, folk, and blues resonated deeply with audiences, and by 1975, his fame had eclipsed that of his bandmates in Faces, leading to the band's dissolution. Stewart, now a fully fledged solo artist, continued to evolve his sound with albums like Atlantic Crossing and the global anthem Sailing, which further solidified his international status. In 1978, Stewart ventured into the world of disco with Do You Think I'm Sexy?, which, despite backlash from some fans and critics, became a massive global hit. This marked his ability to reinvent himself, effortlessly moving between genres while staying true to his artistic instincts. The 1980s saw Stewart experimenting with new wave and synth pop, while also navigating various controversies, including his performance in apartheid-era South Africa. Despite the backlash, Stewart's creative output remained prolific, producing albums like Foolish Behavior and Tonight I'm Yours, while maintaining his status as one of the biggest rock stars of the era. The pinnacle of success. A legacy of unmatched popularity. Rod Stewart's success in the 1990s and early 2000s continued to showcase his versatility as an artist. In 1989, he embarked on a tour across South America that brought him to unprecedented heights of fame. His performance at the River Plate Stadium in Buenos Aires, where over 90,000 fans gathered, was a testament to his enduring appeal and unparalleled showmanship. The sheer scale of the crowd was a reflection of his global reach, and it was clear that Stewart was an artist whose popularity was not just a fleeting moment, but an enduring force. Rod's ability to maintain his relevance across decades was demonstrated again in the early 1990s. His 1991 album, Vagabond Heart, was rich in both emotion and creativity. One of the standout tracks, the duet It Takes Two with the powerhouse Tina Turner, showcased his ability to collaborate with other legendary artists while maintaining his own musical identity. Rhythm of My Heart, another hit from the album, captured the spirit of the era and reaffirmed Stewart's place atop the global charts. In 1994, Stewart's career reached yet another remarkable milestone. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, an honor that cemented his place among the greatest artists of all time. That same year, he set a record with a free concert at Copacabana Beach in Brazil, where over 3.5 million fans gathered, a feat that remains one of the largest concert audiences in history. This record-breaking performance was not just a celebration of his career, but a demonstration of the universal appeal of his music. Reinventing music, the continuation of artistic growth. Rod Stewart's artistic journey has been defined by an ability to adapt and evolve, constantly seeking new ways to express his musical creativity. After decades of success in rock and pop, Stewart ventured into new musical territory in the early 2000s. One of the most significant shifts in his career came when he began to explore the Great American Songbook. In 2002, Stewart released It Had to Be You, the Great American Songbook, an album of classic American standards that showcased his ability to breathe new life into the works of musical legends like Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, and Nat King Cole. His distinctive voice, known for its raspy, emotive quality, gave these timeless melodies a fresh sound that captivated both longtime fans and a new generation of listeners. The album was met with widespread critical acclaim, and its success marked the beginning of a series of albums in this genre. In 2009, Stewart continued to explore different musical dimensions with Soul Book, an album that paid tribute to the classic soul and Motown tracks that had influenced him throughout his life. By revitalizing these songs, Stewart not only honored the genre but also demonstrated his ability to connect the past with the present. His soulful renditions of hits by the likes of Sam Cooke, The Temptations, and Marvin Gaye further solidified his place as an artist whose musical reach extended far beyond the confines of rock and pop. However, Rod Stewart's creative journey did not stop there. In 2012, he released Merry Christmas, Baby, an album that embraced the festive spirit and showcased his ability to tackle holiday music with the same flair and enthusiasm that he had brought to his other musical projects. Whether it was his own interpretation of classic Christmas songs or his ability to bring new energy to the holiday season, this album was another testament to Stewart's versatility as an artist who refused to be confined to any one genre or era. Personal triumphs and challenges. The story behind the music Rod. Stewart's life, like his music, has been filled with both triumphs and challenges. His personal life, often characterized by high-profile relationships, marriages, and family dynamics, has been a central part of his journey. Stewart has been married 3 times and has fathered 8 children with 5 different women. His relationships, much like his music, have been colorful and often turbulent. His first marriage to model Alana Hamilton in 1979 lasted for 5 years and produced 2 children, Kimberly and Sean. Despite their love, the pressures of Stewart's busy schedule and their differing lifestyles led to their divorce in 1984. Rod's second marriage, to supermodel Rachel Hunter in 1990, lasted for 16 years and produced 2 more children, Renee and Liam. Despite the public perception of their seemingly perfect relationship, Stewart admitted that the breakup of his marriage to Rachel was a personal blow. In interviews, he acknowledged that his inability to nurture family relationships had played a role in the dissolution of the marriage. His introspective comments about his shortcomings in maintaining personal connections added a layer of complexity to his public persona, revealing a man who had confronted his own flaws and sought personal growth. In 2007, Stewart found happiness and stability with his third wife, Penny Lancaster. Together, they raised 2 sons, Alistair and Aidan. Their relationship, described by Stewart as true love, has been a source of support for him in both his personal and professional life. Penny has been a steadfast presence, offering emotional stability amidst the chaos of a decades-long career. The couple's shared love for each other and their children has been a grounding force for Stewart, allowing him to find balance between his demanding career and his family life. While Rod Stewart's romantic life has often been in the public eye, it is his role as a father that has been of particular importance to him. Despite the challenges of balancing his career with family life, Stewart has remained close to his children, sharing both joyous and difficult moments with them. His son Sean has faced his own struggles, including legal issues and multiple arrests, yet Stewart has expressed that their bond remains strong, with the two staying in contact and supporting each other despite the challenges. Health battles. Resilience in the face of adversity. Beyond personal relationships, Rod Stewart has faced significant health challenges throughout his life. In 2000, Stewart was diagnosed with thyroid cancer, a shocking revelation that threatened not only his life, but also his career. Known for his signature raspy voice, Stewart was faced with the possibility of losing his ability to perform altogether. He underwent surgery to remove the cancerous thyroid, a procedure that came with significant risks, particularly the danger of damaging his vocal cords. The aftermath of the surgery was fraught with uncertainty. Stewart had to relearn how to sing, a process that was physically and emotionally taxing. Yet, in true Stewart fashion, he faced this challenge with determination and resilience. Through rigorous vocal therapy and rehabilitation, he was able to regain the strength and quality of his voice, emerging from this personal battle stronger than before. His victory over cancer was a powerful testament to his resilience and his unwavering passion for music. However, Stewart's health struggles did not end there. In 2019, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, another blow that he kept private for several years. Once again, Stewart faced a fight for his life, and once again, he emerged victorious. His ability to keep this diagnosis private for so long was a reflection of his desire to maintain a sense of privacy and control over his personal life. When he eventually announced his recovery, it served as yet another reminder of his extraordinary strength and determination. Rod's battle with cancer, along with various injuries sustained from his football career, has only added to his image as a symbol of resilience. Despite these challenges, he has continued to tour and perform, demonstrating that his passion for music and his love for his fans remain unwavering. The final chapter: Reinvention and Legacy. As Rod Stewart approaches his 80th birthday, his career shows no signs of slowing down. In early 2024, Stewart is set to release Swing Fever, a collaborative album with pianist Jules Holland. This new project marks a significant departure from his rock and roll roots as Stewart explores swing and jazz music. The album is a testament to Stewart's ability to reinvent himself, continually evolving as an artist and refusing to be constrained by genre or convention. His willingness to experiment and venture into new musical territories ensures that his creative journey is far from over. Even as Stewart continues to innovate and explore new sounds, he remains deeply connected to his roots. His international tours, though occasionally affected by health issues, continue to draw large crowds, proving that his fan base spans generations and that his legacy is as alive as ever. Rod Stewart's life and career stand as a powerful reminder that passion, resilience, and reinvention are the keys to enduring success. Whether through his iconic music, his battles with health, or his dedication to family and personal growth, Stewart has proven time and time again that his artistry transcends the limitations of time and circumstance. As an artist, a father, and a man, Rod Stewart's legacy will continue to inspire future generations. In a world that often seeks to define success by external markers, Rod Stewart's journey is a testament to the power of inner strength, determination, and the relentless pursuit of creativity. His music, his story, and his unwavering passion for life will continue to resonate with fans for generations to come.